I forgot a drink. Okay. Let's get that put there. We'll get that moved. Believe I know what I'm doing. We've still got about 4 minutes before we get started. Feel free to let me know if you can hear me. If everything sounds okay. I'm going to get Chrono Cross opened up. Bum, 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 bum. I don't even know why. I haven't heard it in months, but I have the theme song to For Your Eyes Only stuck in my head. And I guess the only thing that would explain it, but it doesn't explain it well. Hello, Blazin', it's good to have you here. I was putting together the franchise wrap-up for... let me move the chat a little bit. Maybe I'll put it... Yeah, I guess that's fine. Anyway, I'm putting together the franchise wrap-up for the 007 franchise because we're about to finish it. We're a couple of weeks away from being done with it completely. And we're going to do one last episode at the end of every franchise. And so I've been putting together some Bond-specific stuff for that wrap-up episode. And today I was working on a list of Bond girls. And while going through all of the movies, I suddenly just started humming For Your Eyes Only to myself. I don't particularly like that movie. It's fine. It's not one of the better ones. And that song is not one of the better songs, and yet I'm over here. I wish I had an explanation for it. Okay. Let's get here, and make sure that I open this. Blazin', I'm glad that you are here. I don't know if you were here for Monday and Tuesday's streams. I just wanted to have a comfort game, so I decided to play a game that is old to me, but I've only beaten it once. But the real reason that we are going to play it is because I enjoy occasionally doing character voices. And I'm not going to remember what those characters sounded like yesterday or the day before. But darn it, I'm gonna entertain myself through character voices. Oh boy. We're going to get started in about 1 minute. 1 minute. That is all good, Blazin'. I guess, I'll just say in the pre-show, and you can hit me up on Discord if you want to, but I was offered a job today. So pending a background investigation, which hopefully works. It's only part-time, but it's genuinely better than nothing. I am so glad that someone offered me a job. So, all right, let's make the transition. Okay. And then I'm going to plug this in just to make sure that everything looks good. And then we say, hello and welcome to Chrono Cross! I'm Sammy. This is Sammy. You are Sammy. We are all Sammy. And today we are going to be working on getting through and saving Kid. She's not in our party. I don't know why I literally just tried to R1 over to Kid as though we would see her in the second position. But she's poisoned! She's been poisoned! And so I have to go commit an ecological disaster in order to remedy that. Now, to make sure I remember where we are, the last thing I remember doing was recruiting Greco. So let me make sure that that is still true. Okay, so there's Greco. And then we're gonna have, aw, Bonnie. Bonnie's excited and having a good time. Okay, so all we gotta do is go to the other world. This is probably going to be the party that we use for the Hydra Marshes, because I have learned, I didn't know this before, but I've learned since, the only way to get Razzly's level 7 tech is to do things very specifically, and I have always done the first thing wrong, and I'm gonna do it right this time. All right, is this the place? It's just average beach. So what's the plan now, Sammy? We'll walk forward and we'll go to that. What the hell is this thing? I'm not really used to supernatural stuff. So this is the wormhole? The dimensional wormhole that connects two worlds? It sure as shootin' is, and we're gonna use the astral amulet and disintegrate my allies. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's a really good transition to fall into the other world, but that's the only way you enter it, is to fall. It felt like my body split in two. A very strange feeling. So, we made it to the other world, right? Are you sure, Sammy? I still find it hard to believe. Well, maybe we can go and introduce her to her other self. To my girlfriend. And then my girlfriend will get jealous because I'm hanging out with her doppelganger. Oh no! Maybe that's a terrible idea. Well, first things first, we need to get a late game crafting material. We spoke to the waitress in this world first, then in another world, now we're speaking to her again. There's another me that gave up writing poems? That's a good one, Sammy. I never knew you were the romantic type. Then, you know, I think I'll give the other me this. It's a compilation of all the poems I've written. Hee hee. Here, let me just sign my name on the cover, and here you go, Sammy. Come on, take it. It's embarrassing. Well, send my regards to the other me. I got a book of poems. Not a book of poems. A book of poems. Okay. Now I need to, you know, do some interdimensional flimflammery? I guess no one else is around. Well, I am about to flimflam someone out of a very important piece of material. Okay, so one of the subtle touches about this game is that your allies will switch places based on which world you are in. So when we left, I think Korcha was on the left and Lena was on the right. Now we're in another world and they're going to switch places. And they're going to do that again when we go back to the home world. Speaking of, let's make sure that we know which world we are in. Okay. Now, let's see what you think about this book of poems. What's this? There's no title on it. Looks like a pretty shabby book. There's something written on the cover. A message from the author? Let's see here. You will find hope within despair. One who does not experience sorrow cannot appreciate joy. Good luck, me? This is my handwriting. It is, isn't it? So there's another world where another me is pursuing my dream? Thank you, but I can't accept this. I just wouldn't feel right reading this now. One day, I too will write a book of poems, so just look forward to it until then, okay? Once my book is finished, I'll give my first copy to you. When the time comes, please place it alongside that one. Thank you so much. I don't know if it'll be of any use to you, but I want you to have this. And that's why we do what we do. That's why we are a hero. For a rainbow shell. Now there might. No, I don't think there is. See, we can try. I don't think this will work, and I don't want to make Lena upset. Okay, so we're in another world. Before we go back to the home world, we're not going to go back to Arnie Village because we don't want to make Lena mad at us. But I have this rainbow shell, and I want to see what Zappa thinks of it. Or if I have to wait until later in the game for him to recognize Rainbow. But it wouldn't make sense because he talks about it like he's been looking for it his whole life. Okay. Take your business up to the counter, kin. Whoa, is that a rainbow shell? When I was a lad, I traveled with me wife searching for one, but so it really exists. I would love to get my hands on it, but from what I can tell, this thing can't be worked by me alone. Now, if we had another skilled blacksmith like yours truly, that would be a different story. Rather unlikely story, though. Ha ha ha! Okay. So the mystery continues. Now, if only in this game, where there are two worlds full of duplicate characters, we could somehow find another Zappa and deliver him to this Zappa with a rainbow shell, then I'm sure that would be all it takes to get rainbow stuffs. Okay, with that cutscene out of the way, I am going to try to make sure that I save often, and the reason for that is because literally 10 minutes before pressing the live button, I had a power, hiccup. It didn't fully go out. The computer was running, but a few things turned off briefly, and then turned back on. So I just want to make sure I'm saving. Save all the time. Let's go break up a clanker. Bust it up. Okay. So I believe there are two things that I am doing here. We are going to the basement jail. All the way, well, in the basement. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, that wasn't too bad, but I do have to pay attention. Really gotta focus on my health, and maybe I should heal? But I think she could survive getting hit again. We'll find out right now. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, well, hit him with one of those, and then come back here, and just cure yourself, please. Cure Lena. Alright, she's back on her feet. We're good. Everybody's standing, everybody's fine. Sweet. Okay, like I said, we're going all the way to the basement. We're going to get the parlor key. Then we're going to go to... Yeah, we're going to go up to the parlor and get an item. Something that we will need shortly. Not immediately, but shortly. I think security is turned off, but I don't want to walk on the, whoops. Let me have it. Did I get it and not even see it? I did get it. I was pressing buttons too fast. If I walk on the red carpet, I'm worried that there's going to be enemies that pop out. They're not difficult enemies, unless they are. But that's kind of the case with everything in this game. Like, it's not a big deal until it becomes a big deal. I also don't remember if I picked this up. I did pick that up. That's a save, but we don't need to save. This is not a dangerous trip. Yay! Okay. That was all we needed from that, but there are still 2 things we need from here. The first is a cutscene plus a treasure. And then the second is a new character. And treasure. I don't know why I left out the second treasure. It's not like I'm gonna leave it behind. This homosap flower is called Neophio. As it matures, it will behave just like a human. However, this Neophio is like no other. It is a powerful type with ability to use elements. Naturally, it was I who improved it. Ooh. One is able to train it if it blossoms, but a life sparkle is necessary for that. I have pinpointed the whereabouts of a life sparkle in a marsh east of Arnie Village. I sent some of our dragoons to retrieve it. However, none have returned. It is a shame, but I cannot allow any more loss of life. I suggest you stay away from that marsh if you wish to live. I will take her advice under consideration. I'm not gonna take her advice under consideration. I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna go recruit this character. I don't think I'm ever gonna use them. Okay. Now, I don't think that I can bust up that other cyborgs or whatever they're called, the other robot that's that I keep running past. I don't know. I've been trying to stick close to this guide because I want to see if there's anything I've ever missed. I want to see if there's stuff that I've never done before. Whoops. I'm all sorts of conflustered. Essentially, what I was thinking was if I do something that's not necessarily in the guide, what if I lock something out later? And so I'm going to try my best to not go and kill things that I shouldn't kill. But, you know, I could be wrong. Anyway, what are you doing? I'm still new around here, so I got lost and ended up in here by mistake. Don't worry, I wasn't snooping around or anything. Really? Well, take care. He was snooping around. What is it you want? Would you like to join us? Without Pip, I really do not have anything to research. I guess the time is right. I am sure I can find some interesting research material if I tag along with you. I will join you. Ooh. Yay. She's like a Borg. And just tuck her away in my Pokedex. Please call me anytime. I will be waiting. Okay. Now, we've got that. Okay, so there is something in the library. Including a wonderful little Easter egg. Another Easter egg. There's like 3 Easter eggs to Chrono Trigger. And one of them is in the library. So we're leaving that robot behind. Just leaving him be for now. Okay. That's our first big Easter egg. This one is a little bit secret, but this is our second big Easter egg. Which is, of course, the Epoch being worked on. And this beach bum, who I think is supposed to be like those dudes from Chrono Trigger, but he's definitely not the same. Welcome. Take it. Use it. Yay. But by the way, change your name? No. Now, I happen to know he's a robot as well. But this is only if this is a continuation of the Chrono Trigger timeline, and then the Sage had been working on a machine to essentially continue his work after he had died. And I think that that is a precursor to said machine. So it doesn't work so good, but it's a pretty good assistant. And now, because I'm reckless, and I might as well, I do want to see what happens. Beep beep. Nothing happens. Okay, so I can't bust it up. I can't wreck it. Oh well. Aha! Aha! There is one more area that I must explore. So in this playthrough, we invaded Viper Manor through the Shadow Forest. So we have collected all of those treasures, but we did not collect all of the treasure from the bluffs. It's not a very big area. It can be a little bit annoying. But let's just go quickly grab all of our stuff. Head back to Goldove? No, I want to ride my boat. I bet I have to kick him out of my party in order to actually free roam. Well, let me see. Let me find out. Let me find out. It's been a long time since I have done this. So I genuinely don't know. Whoa, whoa, you don't have much time. Do you really want to return? Okay. Well, dang it, dude. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the freaking boat. Alright, well, we'll have to do the bluffs another time. I don't know how to get Korcha off my butt about saving Kid. So, let me get a notepad out so I can write that down. Explore the bluffs. AW. There. Okay. So we're heading off to the Hydra Swamp. It is not poisoned in the home world. But there's a lot of stuff that we gotta deal with. We are gonna get a couple of growth stars out of just this swamp. Maybe even 3. But definitely 2. Excellent. Why, if it isn't Sammy? Didn't the village elders tell you not to come near here? Oh, you're with Lena. Well, I'm sure you'll be okay if she comes along. Ha ha! Hey, what do you mean by that? Nothing. I'm sorry, that's my favorite voice. It's gonna be the one that I default to so many times. I love it. You want to go further into the forest, right? Well, if it's the 3 of you, I'm sure you'll be okay. Before you enter here, I'll give you a word of advice. The marshes are a maze full of poisonous monsters. Be prepared. And then he strikes a pose. Okay. So we got a feather. I'm kind of looking at a map just to make sure I don't miss anything. It's kind of hard to miss things in this particular area. It's the ghost of a fairy. What you doing standing there in the daze? I hate cold and clammy places. Besides, we ain't got time to sit and toast marshmallows, man. Well, don't mind me. I'm gonna sit here and toast marshmallows. All right, let's get a litmus test to see if I am actually prepared for this particular battle. I mean, there's no way to know now. It may have been incredible. Okay. Okay. So I think these will be pretty straightforward. The bosses might be an issue. The bosses can be an issue here in this early phase. Okay. Everybody down! Something big's heading our way! What was that thing? I can't believe this place! Alright, got ourselves a brace. Would have been nice if it was an antidote, but whatever, beggars can't be choosers. I wonder who that Biba. Did you see that? Did you just see a strange looking creature up ahead? This is a tricky fight. This Biba no place for humans, Biba. Go away, Biba off! So naturally we square up to him. Because why not? Why not? Dude's just over here trying to protect his home and I'm like, well, time to face my wrath. We're gonna fast forward just to try to get through it a little bit quicker. Just the combat. All he's ever gonna say is he's gonna call a friend. All of them are gonna do it. I think we'll have a total of 5, maybe 6 of them. So this can get out of hand if I am not careful. In fact, I think it is time to start using some techs. Dang it. Okay. That one's almost down. I'm gonna hold off on the recover all until I need to, but we are gonna go for B. And then Lena might be able to finish this guy off. Viva la revolution! Oh, there are no more Bibas. Okay, so it was only 4 of them. Stop it! Okay, that's fine. They can hit Sammy. I'm good with them attacking Sammy. Not so good with them attacking Korcha like this. I'm scared. Let's go ahead and hit me with a heal. It keeps him up. It keeps him standing for a little bit longer, and that's the important thing. I might be using tablets during this fight. I always forget how hard this fight is. Okay, elements. We can... I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go with the recover all. Okay, with you. I want you to slap his body and soul. I love that maiden's hand. Okay, he's back on his butt again, so he is injured. I don't know if he's necessarily going to stay injured, because I thought he was injured before and then he got back up. Man, I need a heal all. I need a lot of recovery items. Okay. They are yellow. So let's hit him with a green and see how he likes that. I didn't think he would like it much. Excellent. Then there were two. Good, good, good. I don't know if he's got any greens on him. That's fine. Oh, he does. He's got a lot of greens on him. I'm gonna hit your buddy with a bush basher. Probably should have hit that guy, but that's okay. That's okay. And then if I had any green summons, I could now cast them. But I don't have any summons. I have 0 summons. I have 8 stars and no ability to use them. Alright, we'll just go physical with Sammy. And go physical with Lena. And if I've got it, if I've got one, I do have a bushwhacker. Okay. I think that's just the blades. No, it's the tornado. I think the blades might be a yellow spell. I don't know. I don't use a lot of elements. I'm usually over here just hitting people. Just punching them over and over again. I'm Biba sorry. Here, I give you this. Please forgive Biba. This Biba fruit that is handed down in Biba family. In the Biba family. It Biba magical. It calls Wingapede. It makes Wingapede Biba good Wingapede. It best Biba used in a wide open space. Well, I Biba seeing you. That was a tougher fight than I was anticipating. But I'm glad we stayed on our feet. Why don't ya try blowing the flute here, Sammy? Okay. It's a bad idea. They didn't say this was a wide open space, but whatever. This Biba the wrong place. This isn't the wide open space I was talking about. There we go. And now we know. Oh. Before we save, I believe I got a star. Did I? Maybe I did not. Okay. I don't think that was a star level. So we can just save. Okay, because when I get a star level, I usually get more elemental slots. And so I want to allocate the whole party to make up for those. I don't like humans, but I don't hate them either. I just like strong beings, no matter what species they Biba. Which might you Biba? Strong as Mr. Universe. Just don't call your friends. Let the challenge commence. Second verse, same as the first. Leave it to Biba. Biba call a friend. Like I said, second verse, same as the first. Start with my techniques. They don't do great, and that's fine. Okay. Boo. Boo and hiss. If she had been able to take him out, we might have finished this whole thing. Because I don't think the other dudes call for help. I think it's only the first one. But I could be wrong. Could be that all of them call for help. Ugh. Alright. Let's give him a nice, friendly headbutt. Ugh. Korcha might have been the wrong person to bring on this mission. I assumed everyone was going to be a green elemental. So I'm kind of shocked that we have all these yellows. I'm also kind of shocked that they do that much damage to Korcha. Okay, one is down. So we're already doing better than last time. I only have my one green ability. Oh, that one is the blades. Okay. Okay. Yep, keep punching Sammy. That's my favorite person for you to punch. No! Not Lena! She's also only got the one, but I bet she'll take this guy out. Or stagger him. Okay, she did stagger him at least. I would have been very upset if he was still standing at the end of that. Would have been like, what do I need to do? What is it gonna take? Okay. No, thank you. Blam. And how do I close this sucker? Okay. Problem with spam bots is that they always ruin my flow. They ruin my flow. Somebody throw them out. I threw them out. Okay, I think Korcha has a couple of attack spells. start with his level 1. And like I said, Lena and Sammy are out of green attack spells. We've both got heals, but I don't want to use them yet. Oh! Oh! Why do they gotta interrupt me like that? And why do they gotta dodge like that? It's so rude. Okay, arrow saucer to the head. I'm glad we put him on his butt. That, at least, is a good thing. And now we put him on his back. Because we're strong. And now that there's only one of them left, I'm not as worried anymore. So I think I'm going to turn on fast forward and work our way through this fight. Okay. See what you think about this. You thought rather highly of it, I guess. That's what we do. That's how we deal with it. That'd be but quite fun. I give you the treasure behind me. Hasta la biba, baby. So I guess they're Austrian now. Okay, this fight that is coming up. Okay. I think we're gonna do it. It's another yellow affix, which is the same as Korcha. No, Korcha's blue. Why did I think he was... This whole time, I've been sitting here thinking he was like a green or a yellow affix. Oh my goodness. I should have swapped him out. But it's too late now, and I'm not going back the one screen. Well, let me check something really fast. Nikki is blue as well, because that's who I was thinking about switching out with. Lucia is black. Poshul is yellow. Interesting. Lena, we know, is blue. Mojo is black. Greco is red. Okay. See, I see their clothes, and I figure maybe their clothes tells me what color they are. Maybe they're Power Rangers, and he wears mostly green. No, he's a red affix. Okay, so I don't have anyone with a green affix, and that's fine. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Okay, well, time to do this thing. A wide open space. Could this be it? Sammy, why don't you try blowing that flute? Okay. We saved a couple of fights ago, so should we lose, we've got a fight, or we've got something to return to. Ugh. So I guess it was yellow that I wanted for this. Where is he at? I'm beebed the flute. There we go. I can't do it where they wanted me to do it. I gotta step forward and do it. Do it to it. So this is a wingipede? It's actually smaller than I thought. Sammy, why don't you try feeding it something? How about a spicy meatball? Apparently the wingipedes don't like spicy meatballs. I don't know why Sammy always offers people a spicy meatball. It's so weird, but that's the way he is. That's what he does. Oh boy. I definitely don't have any antidotes on me. Which is, you know, fine, whatever. I didn't need them. I didn't want them. But I'm definitely going to have to watch my health and make sure that I am keeping track of that. And then because we know that the wingipede is using elements, I got to make sure that I keep track of that as well. Let's hit him with another Electro Jolt. Okay, well that was fine. If we're already poisoned, they can't poison me again. And once again, Korcha actually has better elements than everyone else, and that's on me for not taking the time to do it, to just trust the game to auto-allocate. Oh, and he's almost down. So this might do it. Excellent. Excellent. That makes me happy. Okay. That was not a star level? See, I thought that was going to be a star level. And then I thought our next fight was going to be one. And then I thought our third big fight was going to be a third one. But now I'm thinking we only get 2. That makes me sad. Okay. Hit point strength and resistance. Good. Okay. Lena needs magic and magic resistance, but I would have liked a little bit of resistance as well. And then just resistance. Which, you know, fine. Whatever. Okay. Before we take another step, let's... Ooh, boy. So I might need to run to Arnie and buy up a bunch of antidotes at some point. But we'll see. We will see. I've got 18,000 gold, and I've been trying to hold on to it. Specifically to save for some expensive stuff. Okay. Now, I'm going to do what the guide recommends, which is to run away and save. Because well, you never know when a boss is going to kick your butt. Boom. Okay. And then, the thing that I have always done wrong, because I mentioned at the beginning of the stream that we're coming to a place where I have always messed it up, because I just didn't know. I didn't know until I started reading a guide recently. I can't put... Anyway, well, let's do this and I'll say. The foothold could give it away. The foothold could give way at any minute. Sammy, we should avoid passing through the middle. That's a good idea as I pass through the middle. Sometimes, in fact, most times you should not listen to Korcha. He's got bad advice. Okay. The thing that I have always done wrong is that I recruit Razzly and then immediately put her in my party because she's really good. She's a good all-arounder, and so I usually keep her in my party because I know I can count on her to thwack people good or to use elements better than Sammy will. And so I'm like, I need to remind myself that we are about to commit a great evil against her people, and I'm not gonna have her be involved in that. And coincidentally, that's what I always do wrong, and I miss out on her level 7 tech. I'm not doing that this time. I want her level 7 tech. Hey, Sammy, is that really a fairy? I've never seen one before. We can't just leave her trapped like this. Let's help her out. Wait right there, my darlings. Bam, bam, bam. Do you think you can walk out of here alive? And with my dinner, too? Come to think of it, it's been years since I wrapped my sweet tentacles around succulent human flesh. You'll make a fine main course to go with that delicious fairy appetizer. You should consider it an honor to be the dinner guests of Madame Pentapus. You get it because it's five legs? It's Pentapus. I don't believe this. It's just another battle after another. Yeah, amen, sister. But this time we're trapped in a hole with no way out. We've got no choice but to fight. Amen, brother. Okay. This was a mistake. I should have brought Greco with me, but that's okay. I have won this fight with this roster in the past. I'm going to do it again. I don't think I've got any reds on me. Oh, I think I do. But before we do any red elementals, we're just going to do some personal text. Introduce him to our dash and slash. Show him what it feels like to have the maiden slap, which damages both body and soul. Alright, he got away from the maiden slap. And she has 0 red, so let's just hit him again. Yep. And we're gonna make it worse. Oh. Saw red and was like, sweet, we've got red! But I think I've only got one person with a red attack element. I think that's him. Yep. This is gonna be a physical fight. We're gonna be punching each other. Like, I'll be throwing the occasional element just to stop him from getting a full blue field. Even though that would help Lena and Korcha, that would devastate Sammy. And frankly, it would devastate the rest of them because he's pretty powerful. Lena, what has happened? Ow. Okay, it's time. It's time to heal. Let's go ahead and hit Lena with a heal. And you're out of everything else. Yep, just keep hitting him. We're at a point where we're mostly going to cast elementals to stop him from getting a blue field. Although I'm about to cast a blue elemental, which is a bad idea. Only because I just wanted to slap his body and soul. Her. This is Madam Pentapus. I think... Nope, she's not. I thought she was staggered. I was all excited, thinking I had done it. Okay, when we get to Sammy, he's going to cast something else entirely. Because we just want to make sure that we don't get 3 blues in a row. Okay. Hit him with the electro bolts. Don't kill him though, because I need Sammy to recover some elementals. Okay. Alright, we did it. And I should be able to recover most of our hit points with a simple recover all. I didn't spend it. We can use it in between fights. But I'm pretty happy. I was genuinely scared of that fight. This whole time that we've been doing this stream, I've been like, oh man, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? The Hydra is also a challenging fight, but that one freaks me out. And I don't think it gave me a star level. Yeah, still no star level. Okay, well let's get Razzly, put her in the Pokedex, and we'll get her after all of this. Okay? Thank you for rescuing me. You are kind. You are kind of strong for human folk. I was surprised. Let me introduce myself. My name is Razzly. I come from Water Dragon Isle. I think you can tell by just looking at me, but I'm a fairy. I guess you could say it's very obvious. I've heard of that island. The old fisherman in my village sometimes spoke about it. But he says that because of the strange dry spells we've been having lately, the island's water source has dried up. I wonder if it's the same thing in this world. Huh? Our water source has dried up? This world? I don't understand what in Fairy Godmother's name you are talking about. Sammy, perhaps we'd better explain. Okie dokie. And then like 7 hours later, she's finally caught up. Gee, so there's another world? And you've come to these marshes in this world to save your friend in that other world? Yes, you seem to have got it, but actually Sammy is originally from this world. We don't expect you to believe us, but it is true. We've traveled through a wormhole to your world. We need the Hydra humor to make a medicine that'll save our friend. There sure is a Hydra in this forest. I saw it with my very own eyes. But that's when those big noses caught me and threw me in here to become Pentapus bait. Those big noses. I know what those big noses are. I want to go home to my island, but it's too far for a fairy like me to fly on my own. Teehee, how about taking me along with you? Obviously, yes, we're taking her along with us, but what we are not doing is taking her along now. So, where I always make a mistake is I always swap out Korcha with Razzly. Then we go kill the Hydra, and then I sit here and wonder, when is Razzly gonna get her level 7 tech? And it's always been my fault. So now I know to hit circle, keep this party, or, you know, I could have swapped out Korcha with someone else, but I'm fine with him for now. Teehee, thanks. I'll be waiting by the forest entrance. And yeah, be very careful, Sammy E. And thank you for coming. That's weird. I thought she was about to be poisoned. Okay, so now we are on track to get the level 7 tech. There's still more to do. There's one more thing in particular that we have to take care of, and it kind of sucks. I didn't realize how much it kind of sucks, but it does. So we're going to have to deal with that when it happens. But then I should get Razzly's level 7 tech. I'll keep reading to make sure that I'm following correctly, because I want to have it. Okay. I wonder how I do that. All right. Let's get down on it. So we got our recover all. We don't have a star level to worry about. Do need to go back and get that thing. That treasure. Probably should have gotten it before, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, let's get this daffy dwarf. Sweet. Okay. Now, what I don't know, this is the mystery to me, is if I can use the jingler, or whatever it's called. Green tinkler. Oh, I can! Excellent. I was like, can I use it to go back the other way? So that way I can just go get this. It was just a cure. It's not like a big deal. Ooh, that's a big deal. Let's fight, bro. I don't know if I'm going to get a lot of stat boosts from these things. I'm really doing it for resources, elements, and money. We're getting close to a point where some very expensive and very useful elements are going to become available. And I know I'm going to need a lot of money. And I don't think I'm anywhere close to what I need in order to buy all the stuff I want. Now that was interesting. Okay, everybody's got a copper helmet. I don't need to worry about it. Yeah. I better go through before he swipes again. So I could go back to the save point, but I feel fairly confident about this. I think I'm going to rely on autosave to cover my back. Ooh. Wow. And then this dude hits me with everything. Oh no, Korcha! You were devoured! You're gone forever! Oh, you're back. I'm glad it wasn't so bad. Alright, he has done up to 60 damage in a single hit. But he hasn't been hitting me with anything else that powerful since. And he also just gave me an excuse to need to run back to town and get more antidotes. Down to 3. I think they're only 15 gold, so I might be able to buy like 20 of them. If this guy poisons me, then that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go buy some antidotes so we can survive this swamp. Boo. Well, that's fine. Never mind. I was reacting to him casting a spell in general, and then I saw the damage it did, and I was like, okay, well, that's fine. You can hit me with that. Like, that's fine. Let's make that the whole fight. Less than 30? Okay. Excellent. They're telling me to go backwards for a save. I don't need to go backwards for a save. There's a save right here. But speaking of, we've picked up a few new elements. I don't know if they're truly new, but I am going to auto-allocate everyone. Equipment, I think, is still fine. So let's just pop in and save. And now, okay, it says do not approach them yet, but instead get an antidote on the lower path and exit. Okay, so they essentially want me to go treasure hunting before coming back to deal with that fight. Oh, good call, Blazin. Blazin, it's going well. I hope you're doing well. And I am going to get that hydrate, and I'm going to sit up straight. Okay. Glad I caught it. Let's kill some daggy dwarves. Or were these daffy? These are daggy. I think the daffy ones have a flat helmet. Like clockwork. Easy peasy. You have reminded me of something, Blazin. There was a message I got saying that because the Fry Play challenge failed, I have to refund beard hairs. And I don't know how to do that. I don't want to extend. Do I just hit delete? If I delete, will it refund? I don't know. I'm going to have to look it up. Never mind. Let's not get sidetracked. So if I click reject, it will refund all the points. Okay, so I'll have to take another look at that because I only saw a button to fully delete. And I was like, I don't know. And now I'm reading that you're looking into streaming. I like that. I love watching art streams. I usually watch like pre-made videos on YouTube, particularly Drawfee. So it's edited, it's, you know, condensed, all that stuff. But on the rare occasion that you will find me just browsing Twitch, it's usually looking for an art stream because I just want to watch someone draw for a while. That's so cute. I like your emotes. I like the Bonnie with a knife. Bonnie's like, I'ma cut ya. And Bonnie with a heart. Wah. And Bonnie looking the way that I feel most days. Blazin', those are really good. Those are really good. Alright, partner. You know what time it is. Let's keep on rolling, baby. Yeah. Aw, it's adorable too. Okay. Then exit that way. And then... Oh wow, you drew a lot of them. Over here, like, there's even more new ones. More Bonnies. Let me see here. Okay, so it looks like there's a fight coming up where they're like, we highly recommend that you bring Razzly to this fight.